If you're looking to make more money, what really makes a difference are the little things that you do every day, not what you do once in a while. That's why I'm sharing 7 small changes that helped me become financially free at 26.
First is maximizing this graph. Your earning potential is based off what value you can bring your clients or your employer based off of the core foundational skills you have. For example, if you're really good at sales, then you can pretty much sell any product regardless of what it is. Think of this line as your baseline floor, meaning you can't make anything less than this amount because you have your core skills. But the beautiful part of all this is that even though this line can't go down, you can still make it go up by either enhancing existing skills or learning completely new ones. And the best thing about the internet, other than having ads shoved down my face every 2 seconds, is the fact that you can learn all these skills that you actually need for free online, through books, through YouTube videos, that's me, as well as online communities, which is also me.
The next one is how you approach your work, the Pareto principle. You might have heard it as the 80-20 or the 90-10 rule, but the exact number itself doesn't really matter. What matters is how it helps you make more money and save more time by forcing you to focus on what's important.
I used to sell a lot of products online, hundreds if not thousands every month. So with that kind of sales volume, naturally I would have complaints. So I made it my duty to review all of these complaints weekly, if not monthly. And the one thing that I noticed is that a majority of these complaints, around 80%, are caused by the same small group, around 20% of root causes. So what does this mean? If you turn this around and you look at all your problems and you focus on fixing the top 20% of those problems, then you would have fixed a majority, or around 80% of your customer complaints.
You need to understand that a majority of your results are caused by a few inputs. So you want to start focusing on the small group of stuff that's causing the majority of your problems. Or the other way around is focus on improving the relationship or upselling to your small group of customers that buy a majority of your products. And this allows you to focus your time and focus your energy on the most impactful things. Take this YouTube video, for example. Yes, the one that you're watching right now. Studies show that participation in online communities follow a version of the Pareto principle, the 90-9-1 ratio, which states that of the people watching this video right now, 90% of you will just watch the video. 9% of you will interact with it in a small way, like hitting the like button, and 1% will interact with it in a bigger way, like leaving a comment. So if you're usually the 90% who's just passively watching all the time, now's your chance to join the 1% club by liking and commenting Mr. Magic Lamp. That's him. The next one is to stop building goals incorrectly. And here's what I mean. Let's say your goal for 2023 is to save money. So you set a $1,000 saving goal and you tell yourself once you saved $1,000, you'll be happy. So you put all your effort into it and you achieve your goal. You get that brief moment of happiness and then you'll set another goal, $2,000. And you tell yourself you'll only be happy after you reach the new goal. And here's where the problem lies. You'll constantly chase bigger goals and you won't ever be truly happy. And you'll eventually get tired of the chase and just give up. Or if you make a mistake, you'll get upset and you lose motivation. Or if you're like me, you'll just forget you even had a goal in the first place.
Damn it, I forgot again.
The trick is, instead of setting these one-time event goals, you want to create systems, a map of how you're going to get to your destination on a regular basis. So same scenario. If you want to save money in 2023, don't think about the overall amount that you want to save. Instead, build a habitual saving system and make it a part of your lifestyle. If you go out to eat 5 days a week, then you want to commit to a behavioral change so that instead you would cook every second day, or set up a system that automatically saves 5% of your paycheck. Or even better yet, I've been building my dream money management system on Notion. And I really do believe that it's going to help a ton of people manage and grow their money. And if you want to be notified when it's released, then join a waitlist. The link is down below.
The next one is, if you know me at all, then you know that my ideal night is staying in, all comfortable and cozy, and binge watching something on Netflix. But sometimes I do have to go outside. Not really to party, but to network, attend conferences, and learn new things. And as a natural introvert, sometimes going out and socializing gets a little tiring and uncomfortable. But that's why it's so important to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So I have a trick up my sleeve. Batching social hangouts. For example, if there's an event that I want to go to in Manhattan, I'll try to schedule all my other hangouts, coffee chats, lunch, dinner plans, all of that on the same day. That way I can knock out all of these things at once in just one day instead of scheduling something different each day. Not only does it make it easier for me to do the uncomfortable, but it also helps me manage my schedule better. And I learned that the more you place yourself outside of your comfort zone, the more comfortable you get breaching the comfort boundaries and other stuff, like starting a business or a side hustle, which forces you to grow and learn as a person. Jeff Bezos once said that most decisions should be made with around 70% of the information that you wish you had. If you wait for the 90%, then in most cases, you're probably being too slow. In other words, just do it! Before I started this YouTube channel, I created many different businesses, and from each one, whether it failed or succeeded, I was able to learn something new from it that I could apply to my next new businesses. Whether it's how to advertise better, how to find product market fit, or how to test ideas and more. And overall, I have learned exponentially more by actually creating and doing than I could ever have by just reading and watching. You need to develop a bias towards action over thought. Every minute that you spend making excuses, worrying about being wrong, and wishing for something different is time wasted. You just need to do it. And the first step is always the scariest, but it's also the only way forward. And if you mess up, good. You just learned a lesson. Now fix it and move on.
Next one is to build an automatic investment strategy, because long-term investing is one of the quickest ways to wealth, and it's way easier than it sounds. My personal favorite investment strategy is DCA, or dollar cost averaging, and it's a strategy where you buy X dollars worth of stock during a fixed time period. For example, you invest $200 into Apple every single month for 5 years. If you're investing a fixed amount of money each time you buy, then you'll get more shares when the stock price is lower and fewer when the stock price is higher. And over time, this will minimize the cost per share that you pay for your stock. So if you have $300 to invest and you're looking at a very volatile stock called Magic Lamp Company, let's say in the first month it's $10 per share, in the second month it's $5, and in the third month it's $20. And here's where dollar cost averaging comes in. Say you want to invest $100 a month for 3 months. At the end of 3 months, you bought 10 shares in the first month, 20 shares in the second month, and then 5 shares in the third month. So now you own 35 shares for $300 for an average price per share of $8.57. Your price per share isn't the cheapest at $5 per share, assuming you could tell the future and you bought everything in the second month, but it's also not the most expensive at $20 per share if you bought everything in the third month. But what should you dollar cost average into? The easiest option where you can set it and forget it is in a diversified index fund like VFIAX or FXIAX. But you definitely want to do your own research to see if these index funds actually fit your goals. But if you want a more hands-on approach to investing, there's this brand new one-of-its-kind investment planning and tracking tool called Merlin Investor that can help you out a lot. And before you ask, yes, it's named after the most powerful wizard to have ever existed. One of my favorite things about Merlin Investor is this inspiration tab. I can check all my data, news, and social networks all in one place. It easily pulls all the related information I need about stocks that I'm interested in, like Meta and Apple, from news articles, Twitter, and Reddit. Before, I needed to visit each individual website, but now it's all here, which saves me a lot of time. You can also add other widgets depending on your preferences, like an economic calendar, crypto trends, or even YouTube videos. Also, you can easily build, compare, and backtest your own infinite set of investment strategies from a full range of different asset classes, like stocks, crypto, NFTs, ETFs, real estates, and more. Merlin Investor is a really helpful companion tool that you can easily use with your existing trading platform in order to be in full control of your investments. So if you're interested, head over to merlininvestor.com, and thanks to Merlin Investor for sponsoring this video. And finally, get rid of some of your friends. And I know this is a very touchy subject because everyone is fixated with this idea of loyalty, that because you were friends when you were 8 years old, then you should still be friends at 37. But people grow. People change and they go on different paths of life. And if one day you reconnect with your old friends and you realize that what they're up to now in life is no longer in a place of growth and no longer supports you or serves what you want to do in a positive way, then personally, I'm okay with cutting them out of my life. And it doesn't mean that I don't like them anymore as a person. It doesn't mean that I don't wish them the best in life. It just means that based on our paths in life right now, we've become very different people with different different goals. Otherwise, if you remain friends, it would only serve to hurt you. Because whether you agree with it or not, you are who you surround yourself with. It could potentially cause you to stagnate and go back to the old ways of things. It could prevent you from forming new friendships, people who are on similar life paths as you, people who can push you and challenge you to grow as a person. And I'm not oblivious to the fact that other people probably cut me off too. Maybe they think that I'm not growing as fast as they want to be growing, so they find other friends, and I'm okay with that. It is sad, but unfortunately, the most important people in your life can become total strangers overnight. But fortunately, total strangers can become the most important people in your life overnight as well. And it took me years to realize and implement these small changes, but it's really what helped me build a $100,000 net worth by 24 years old. Click here to find out how I 4x that to $400,000 net worth just a few months later.